You're fine.
So we're gonna take and we're going to store the boom. We're gonna put it underneath the yellow seat. So we slide it all the way down and forward. Then we wanna take our rudder off. There's a blue button here. So you're just going to slide that forward and it slides, the rudder will slide right up. To secure it in the boat, it's best if you turn the collar so that it is then flush, and then we will slide the rudder and the tiller into the boat all the way forward. And now it's stored. The next step is we're going to be taking down the mast. And to do that, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull our backup pin. So just pull it straight up. Then we're going to push down on the yellow button. And this is take your time. You're going to push the yellow button down. You're going to start the collar. Once it's just started to release, put your hand back on the mast to open the collar fully. Make sure you have a hand on your mast. Next, you're going to want most likely a buddy, because you're going to need to slightly lift the mast just at this collar. Right now, I can't pull that mast straight back, but if I slightly lift it up, it goes over the collar of the mast gate, and then I start just letting it pivot back, and you'll notice that right now I'm holding it myself. Watch the tire of the dolly. Your backup person grabs the end of the mast. We pull it out and lay it on our boat, because again, we want to take the sail off in the grass. So you'll take your mast and your sail to the grass.
So we put the mast up because we want to demonstrate. A lot of people are like, oh, I can do this myself. And you can if you have the right technique. But if you do not have the right technique, you can damage the boat, bystanders, or yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift it up. See? Okay. Now the key here, as you saw Allie, is don't go straight back. Don't put your arms out and try to hold it. You want to walk it to the side. Be careful of the wheel. So when you're doing this by yourself, it's important that you don't let the end of this pop up, right? So if you don't have control of this mast, and we're going to do like a controlled example here, if this pops up with a lot of force, it can damage that collar, and we don't want that. So if you have any concerns about doing it yourself, ask someone to help. And if you are going to do it yourself, just be very cognizant that you don't want that balance to pivot and have the end of the mast come up and damage that collar. The other thing you want to do is make sure the boat is rinsed out. So we keep these on blocks to keep them at an angle. And if you just rinse some water, it goes right down to the scuppers. The other
Scuppers?
Scuppers, yeah.
Is that a new word? You just make that up?
No, that's a real word. Yeah, those are scuppers. And you also, when you're rinsing your boat, we want to get the sand off of it. We also want to make sure we put the hose in here. It'll say flush with water. And it's important that we keep this free of sand and the centerboard free of sand. So if you want to put some water right there.
I did that on the other
Yeah,
one.
oh great, yeah. And then along the centerboard. And then you also want to give it a rinse underneath. There's a lot of things in this lake, and if we got the hose out, we might as well give it a good wash. The cleaner we keep these boats, the longer and better looking they're going to be. Thank you, Doug.